Hey guys, make sure to get entered into our huge giveaway. We will be giving away one or more of these products at random every 1,000 subscribers. All you have to do to enter is subscribe and drop a comment on this video. Good luck.
We stopped and finally made it to our bear unit and got this lovely $51 hotel, and we had a little shopping trip before we got here, and we had some hot dogs and got in here and realized that there's no plates, so we warmed them up in the microwave in these plastic cups. Now we're gonna have us a hot dog.
It doesn't look too bad, but if you could smell it.
I'm pretty sure we're the first people that have been in here for at least a month. At least, probably longer. We're up here on this nasty ridge in the wind, the worst wind I've ever been in. And I just glassed up my first ever bear. It's a freaking beautiful chocolate.
First bear? It's not your first bear.
Well, my first when I've actually had a tag. This is my first ever spring bear hunt. I've been doing a lot of research and I just found a really good looking bear. I'm trying to check it out and try to judge it, but it's a gorgeous chocolate coat with a light colored back. And it looks really fat, so I'm freaking pumped. Let me check it out. It's starting to walk down the hill. It's got a really light colored cinnamon back. Moved behind a skinny dead tree, but it just laid down. Yeah, it laid down behind a tree.
Let's go.
Shall we go?
We can always do that when we get closer.
Yeah, I know. I'm making sure it doesn't have cubs. Let me just make sure it's down, but I'm pretty sure it laid down. We just spotted this brown-faced black bear, and we have to cross a big canyon to get to him. And we also have to figure out how to cross a big river, and we're gonna go up the hillside where he's at and then sneak across from him on a little ridge that's right across and try to shoot over to him, but it might be kind of thick, but we're gonna find out, so we gotta go. Let's do this. We're getting closer. We're side hilling around this, and then we still have to bail off this canyon, but we're making good time. And if he doesn't move, we should get there before dark. So we're hustling to get over there, but we're gonna get there. Let's do it. Finding anywhere we can cross the river. This thing's nasty and no crossings, no way to get across. It's too deep to walk across, and so we've been going up and down it trying to find somewhere that's crossable, and we're just striking out everywhere. We've got about 2.5 hours until dark, and it's not looking good. We're doing something a little bit crazy. We only have an hour and 20 minutes until dark. We had to ditch the river. We couldn't cross, and we had to go clear around and access it from a different way. So we're gonna have to hike 2.5 miles in to where the bear is at, clear over the top of a mountain range, and hope we can get there before dark. I mean, it's gonna be a long shot, but we're not gonna kill one if we don't try, so here goes. I think it's gonna take us about 35 minutes to get to the point where we start sneaking on the bear, but the only problem is the wind. The wind would have been perfect from our first plan in the bottom, but this plan we're coming from the top, so we're gonna have to go a few canyons over, cross the top, and get down to its level so it doesn't wind us, and then cross 2 canyons on the same level as the bear, and have the wind blowing down the hill, and try to hope that our wind, when we cross this top, doesn't blow into the bear's canyon. It should be angled far enough away that we should be okay, but if it switches, we're screwed, so this is a long shot, but we should make it with about 30 minutes to spare of light, and maybe get a chance if that bear's still there, so we gotta try. We made it to the top of his canyon. He's just over this finger. So we're gonna ease down the top, cut down, and then look across to see if we can find him. Sure which ridge he was in, but we decided to play the wind and play it safe. So we thought we came one ridge beside him, but we actually came down the same ridge that he was on. With what the wind gave us, we didn't have a lot to work with, but we just went and checked all these green patches and he's gone. He must have either heard us or winded us. Oh well. That's a heartbreaker, but we'll be watching for him. If we would have been able to cross the river, it would have only taken us honestly, but we're gonna head back and regroup, head back to camp, and make a plan for tomorrow. We're going to have some of these peak refuels. These things are our favorite freeze-dried meals. They only take 1 cup of water in these things for both each. 1 cup each pouch, and that's all they take. So they're super nice to take in, pretty light packing, and we love these things. But tonight, basically, we gave ourselves a chance at that bear, but we might not ever see him again, but I guess that's how it goes. So we definitely gave it our all today. I think we went probably 8 or 9 miles today for this bear, between our glassing point and circling up around to get into the bear. So we worked hard, but weren't able to make it happen, but we still have 3 days to hunt, and I want to find him again really bad. He's a gorgeous bear, so we'll be back on that glassing point tomorrow and be there all day, so hopefully we can turn him up. We're up here glassing and it's getting to be too cold, so I'm either gonna have to leave or start a fire. So we're gonna start a fire because it's prime time and we can't afford to leave, so we're gonna see if we can warm up a little bit. We got some cloud cover and some gnarly wind and I'm freezing to death, but these bears should be coming out soon. We just saw a sow and 2 cubs, but no sign of our chocolate from yesterday. But we're gonna warm up a little bit and then get back behind the glass and see if we can turn something up before dark. It's cold. It's Pyro Putty, first time trying it out. It's a fire starter, so we're gonna give it a try and see if it's gonna be good enough to light this fire for me. All right. Stoking up this fire to get warmed up for a minute, and then we're gonna get back behind the glass and see if we can turn up any bears. We're overlooking a really big canyon right now, and we can see lots of little fingers that feed into this stuff. It looks like amazing bear country, and there's beautiful green ridges with bright green grass and rocks just like the bears love. We're up on this big vantage point and it's gnarly being in this wind, but it's worth it for the views. We can see so far around us, and we've been able to turn up a total of 4 bears so far since we found this new spot, but we're running out of daylight. We've only got probably an hour, 2 hours of daylight left, and hopefully they start coming out pretty heavy. We're gonna warm up for a minute and then get back behind the glass for the rest of the night until dark. Hopefully we can turn something up.
Oh, he's walking now. It might be a sow.
Really?
Come look and see what you think.
Scoot over, let me see.
She's definitely not a giant.
Yeah, almost.
It's kind of little.
Looks like it's pretty young, I think.
Looks like he's going back into the timber anyways. I mean, he's a decent bear. It's a decent bear.
Looks to me like it's, I don't know, I'm passing it. That's, I think, I don't know, like some looks, I'm like, that's a good bear.
Same bear.
You think it is?
Yeah.
Put the fire out. Solid bear. It's not a giant by any means, but I think for our first trip it might be a shooter. It's eating grass like crazy. You might see it just to the right of this bear. That black bear we saw earlier, we were looking him over deciding if he was a shooter or not, and he actually spooked and ran out of the country. He ran down into a deep dark canyon and we didn't see him again for probably half an hour. Then he came back out right before dark right into that same clearing, and we think he's a shooter. He's not a giant, but he's solid, and I think he would be a shooter for us. So we didn't have enough time to go after him tonight, but we have tabs on him, we know where he's at, so tomorrow we're going to be hunting the same area most likely, and if he happens to come out in that field again, Skylar's probably going to see if he can get him. I decided to pass him because my heart's set on that chocolate bear I saw the other day, but Skylar would definitely take this bear. He's got a white chest patch and he's pretty, so I think it'd be super fun if we could get him. But either way, we saw 5 bears today, the sow and 2 cubs, that black bear, and one more black bear far off that we couldn't get footage of, but it's a pretty solid day. A lot of them were out of reach for what we had for time, but we're in the right area now, so just a matter of time. We have 2 full days of hunting left on this particular trip, but if we need to come back out, we will. So we're having a freaking blast though. It's been so fun. This is my first time bear hunting, and every time I see one of those bears I start shaking and get all excited, but it's been a blast and it's just a great time to be outside. So we're gonna head back to camp and make dinner and make a plan for tomorrow and go to bed. We were just barely walking to our glassing point and Skylar looked over on this hillside we just passed, and on this thick timber ridge he spotted a brown-faced black bear, and we hurried, got the scope off and pulled it up, and it's a mom and cubs. Pretty brown bear, super pretty.
This was a bear.
Skylar called it just before we got to this ridge.
I've been calling it all week.
She's got a pretty color. You want her?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's nice, but
Oh, she's a beautiful color.
yeah, she's pretty.
She has no idea that we're here. A little cold today.
Yeah. When it gets this cold on the glassing points, you improvise so you can stay here all day. But so far today, other than that sow and cub this morning, we haven't seen any other bears. We've been glassing since about 9 this morning, 8? I think we got here at 8 o'clock and it's now about 3 in the afternoon. We've been on this glassing knob all day. But this is about the time when the bears start coming out. We've been seeing them around 4 or 5 o'clock. They'll start to stroll into prime time this evening really soon.